Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will explore another interesting concept of AWS, which is EC2 Hibernate. So let's start. First of all, we will understand different state of an EC2 instance. So as we know, we can start, stop and terminate an EC2 instance. So what happens when we stop an EC2 instance? The data persists on the EBS volume. EBS stands for Elastic Block Storage. If we start the stop EC2 instance again, the data is restored on the EC2 instance. So all the stopped processes resumed again at the time of start instance, and new public IP assigned if we have not used Elastic IP. So, and when we terminate an instance, in that case the root volume of the instance get terminated too. So the data which we have on the instance is lost. Now AWS has introduced a new feature, EC2 Hibernation, which allows an EC2 instance to save the content of your RAM to your EBS root volume at the time of rebooting or restart the server. When we hibernate an instance boot is much faster because the memory state is preserved and loaded again when the instance start, and the ideally like OS is not stopped and restarted. So that is the main reason the boot is much faster. EBS volume must be encrypted. So to hibernate an instance, the EBS volume attached to that instance must be encrypted because of the security of the data. A great benefit if you have some services that take a great amount of time to fully initialize. So this can be the use case to use the EC2 Hibernate. Then let's understand some important information regarding EC2 Hibernation. So this feature is not available for all the instance types. There are instance types which supports EC2 Hibernation: C3, C4, C5, M3, M4, M5, R3, R4, R5. So you can keep this, remember C, M, R, and 3, 4, 5, and T2 as well. Again, second thing, instance RAM should be less than 150 GB. So it should not be more than 150 GB. AMI supported Amazon Linux 2 AMI, Amazon Linux AMI, Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. Here LTS stands for long term support, and Ubuntu 16.04 LTS. EC2 instance hibernation must be backed by EBS volume. So instance stores are not supported here. So instance storage type are not supported by the EC2 Hibernation. EC2 Hibernate instance root volume must have encryption enabled to ensure the security of the content stored at EBS. Hibernation is not supported by the spot instance types. So that's important thing to remember. It's only supported by the on-demand and reserved instance. Again, there are some limitations for EC2 Hibernation. You cannot change the size of hibernated instance. So you cannot upgrade or downgrade the instance size. Cannot enable snapshot or AMI from instance in hibernation state. If an EC2 instance is enabled for autoscaling group or used by Amazon ECS stands for Elastic Container Service, then you cannot hibernate that instance. So that's another important thing to remember. Again, an EC2 instance cannot be kept hibernated for a period of more than 60 days. So that's the important thing to remember for your exam as well. To hibernate an instance that was launched by your own EMI, you must first configure your EMI to support hibernation. Now let's understand the flow and the mechanism of hibernation. So suppose there is a instance at the left side which is in running state and which is backed by an EBS encrypted volume. So what happens when we start hibernating an instance? So it goes under the hibernation process, and under the hibernation process we can see like when our instance is stopping, so our RAM is attached to it, and then our instance has been stopped. So now RAM is attached with the EBS volume, so our data is attached with the EBS volume, and then our instance is start again, and the EVS volume is attached with the EC2 instance. So let's understand the complete process here. Once you initiate hibernation on EC2, it goes into stopping state. The content from the RAM are moved to the EVS root volume. Process